What is up, members of my collector corps? It is I, Super Mariozilla, or you can call me Vinny, and today we will be taking a look at the Mafex Knightfall Bane. Revealed as an unpainted prototype with Knightfall Batman, fans were excited since not only is it Bane, but it's also because it's a bigger figure from Mafex, not something we see every day, so there was plenty of reason to be hyped. Bane is big and mean, and when he was officially put up for pre-order, the figure clocks in at an MSRP of $115. That's a lot, but makes a little bit of sense for a figure of this size. Obviously, he's not McFarlane Toys big, but still bigger than normal for Mafex. The Knightfall comics was Bane's debut, so what you're seeing is his first appearance design, which looks pretty cool. It was also the story where Bane broke the Batman. When the figure was released, fans commented on the figure for how awesome it is, but a lot of folks were disappointed in the size because fans were expecting him to be super huge. Well, newsflash, Bane sometimes is not that big. Depends on the comic and the artist. But besides the size, folks commented how good the figure is. In my opinion, I think it's awesome. Like, holy crap, this figure is nice. Is it as nice as I'm and what everyone else is saying? Is it Mafex at their best? Well, I'm more than happy to go over why this figure is worthy of a spot on your DC shelf. Bane looks really good. Features plenty of detail in both sculpt and paint. The clothes are not just painted on, they actually have sculpted detail to separate itself from the skin, such as the clothes wrinkling and folds. It's also a nice jet black color. The muscles on the body feature some shading, and it looks really nice. Unfortunately, no shading on the arms, which is my only issue. The venom feeding tube goes in from the arm to the back of the head, because as most Bane fans know, he's hopped off venom. The belt is a nice silver color, and the sculpted detail matches how he looked in the comic. The arms actually have hair and it looks good. Not sculpted, but it is neatly applied and that's good enough. He's large and in charge. The muscle definition is something else. He looks very imposing, and looks ready to break your back. The paint also features some black shading, so that's pretty cool. Helps make the details pop a little bit more. Bane has a lot of shelf appeal. He looks great whether up close or from a distance. He absolutely pops. And this is a bit of a personal preference, but this is my favorite mask design for Bane. It just looks cool to me. I love it. Also, the boots are glossy black, which again helps the figure pop. Bane looks awesome. He has everything he needs to help him stand out among the crowd and then some. He looks really cool. I could go on and on about how awesome the figure looks, but we gotta move on. Overall, Bane matches his first appearance and is an awesome looking figure to boot, so he wins in the looks department despite some minor issues.
Bane's articulation is pretty good for a figure this size, and it is pretty much on par with most Mafex figures, so no real limitations or real enhancements, improvements. I'm not sure if I would call them, say, improvements. It's not the word I'm looking for, but either way, let's see what he's got. Head is on a double ball peg, and neck is on a ball peg, so he can look this high up, which is just about all the way. Can look pretty much all the way down. Can look side to side, and of course he can lean. He can look side to side no problem, even with the venom pump. He has a ball joint here and here, so he can crunch forward just about this far forward, that is pretty good. Can crunch backward just about this far back, which again is pretty good, although do be aware of some gapping. The shoulders are on ball joints. Can raise up, go down. And of course there's a bit of a butterfly joint movement. Rotate. Wiggle around. Shoulders can hinge upward to just about over 90 degrees, so that's pretty good. Biceps can swivel. Double hinged elbows can go just about all the way, although his bicep does get in the way. Swivel hinged hands. Legs actually can pull down, So yeah, it's pretty much like a 1.0 of figure arts. So he can kick forward pretty high up, actually, when you pull the hinge down. Wow. Backward, not so much. Splits. He can pretty much do the splits. Bane, a big muscular luchador wrestler, can actually do a splits. Not bad. Thighs can swivel. Double hinge knees can go just about all the way. And ankles on ball pegs, actually. I noticed because I popped one off by accident, and it was actually just a singular ball peg. So unfortunately, he's not going to have too much range, so he can't go back that much. He could go forward a decent amount, though. Although ankle rocker is not going to be its strong suit. Like, I think its widest range with the feet sitting straight is just about the here, so that's not very good. Although, weirdly enough, they can actually go better outward than inward. So, oops. Yeah, ankle articulation, you'll get Bane in poses, it'll still get the job done, just don't expect them to have very wide ranges, like here, you could still get him in poses like this with the feet still sitting straight. This is not a very good pose, but it's just to give you an example that, you can still pose him even with the ankle articulation not being at its best. Oh, and toes on a hinge can go just about all the way. So yeah, we have that. So Bane's articulation is pretty good. Everywhere else is pretty good. I just wish the ankles could have some improvements made, because them being on ball pegs, not the best choice. So yeah. But other than that, you'll still get a lot of mileage from Bane, because it's always a joy posing big figures like this. He's not the biggest, but still, it's still fun to pose him around and even display him with the Batman. So, pretty good articulation otherwise.
Not the most accessories, but Bane still comes with everything he needs anyway, so let's go over what he's got. First, the Mafex stand that comes with most, if not all, Mafex figures. First is the neutral faceplate. Next, a more angry faceplate. Yeah, it's faceplates this time, no alternate heads, because the tube is permanently attached to the back of his head. So yeah, that's why it's faceplates. For the hands, he has 2 fist hands, 2 calm relaxed hands, 2 karate chop hands, 2 pointing finger hands, 2 clawed-like hands, and 2 splayed out open hands. That's it for accessories. Not a lot of things, but still, it's everything he needs. I don't know what other things could have been included, so honestly, I'm okay with the selection. Here's a size comparison with other figures you may or may not own. Bane is taller than Batman, so that's not an issue. He wasn't huge in the Knightfall comic, I don't think. Still, he has a decent size, so if you need him in a display, you should have no problem at all. Bane is an awesome release and is another awesome addition to the collection. I love comic book figures, and this is no exception. His price is okay, but still debatably too much. Comes with just enough accessories and has awesome sculpt and paint details. And his articulation is awesome too. The figure has minor issues, but nothing that's a deal breaker. I absolutely recommend this figure for Batman fans. He's an awesome piece to have for sure. Just be aware of that price. Not everyone will look at it as worth it. Worth it if you're a diehard fan, but not if you're more casual. Bane still has a lot of good qualities, just nothing that 100% justifies the price. Still, I'm really happy with this release, and I'll give him a 9 out of 10. Awesome figure for the collection. Get him now or say goodbye whenever he sells out and you regret it.